Okay. So this is going to be a reading for Pisces. Sorry it's been so long. That's okay. So let's see. Okay, Pisces. So right now it looks like you've come up with some idea and you're trying to move towards whatever this idea is. It could be like you have finished, some of you have finished writing something and now you're moving towards trying to embody whatever it was that was written. Actually, it's seeming like you may even be putting some sort of information into action, and this is showing up as the magician in the future. It's showing that you have complete control over the elements that you, well, there's actually, hold on. So there's some sort of attention being drawn to a fire element, like an issue that you have with a fire element, which sort of means that you might have too much heat in your body, or just too much heat, too much aggression, that could be coming from work, that could be coming from actual, physical heat, or doing too much, like being too active. So that is just being told. I'm gonna try not to channel as much. A lot of times a lot of names come through and a lot of people's stories come through, and I'm gonna try to make this more mass oriented, and then maybe I will do separate readings that are channeled, because they come in really strong and they kind of deter you from actually listening to what's happening, especially if that's not who you are. You might not connect to that. So again, this is a Pisces reading, and let's see what the foundation of this Page of Swords. So the page is showing that there was some sort of information that you're now reflecting on. It has already come to you. Maybe it was something you were seeking. What was that information about? So it was about something emotionally, actually. So it's almost like finding resolution in the way that you handle processing some sort of emotion. And you've done that. So you've transformed the sword energy into the wands. And this was what the cups are showing, what it was about. So now that you're, do we want more on the Three of Wands? So the Three of Wands is really just, it's like you're looking out at your accomplishments, and this is, you're looking at your spiritual accomplishments, or you're reflecting on, specifically this is showing up as you're reflecting on a love, you're reflecting on, it doesn't have to be with someone, it can just be the way that you handle any sort of emotion. It seems like it's very inward, it's directed inward. So in the past, this could be recent past,
it's like you were able to put words to how you were finally feeling about something, or you were able to pinpoint what it was that you were trying to escape, a feeling you were trying to escape. And now that you can see that, you're not revealing that to other people, because this person is looking away from us. But the color of the mountains in the background are pink, which is related to wealth and Venus in general. So it's just showing that you feel fulfilled with whatever it is that you're seeing. And we can pull another card to show what it is that you're looking at. You're looking at the world. So this person is looking at all of these elements. And I think it's, again, it seems to be about like self-mastery, or almost understanding what it was that you kept walking away from, or hiding. You're hiding. Let's see more about the 8 of Cups. So what were you trying to hide? Or what were you walking away from? What feelings or what emotionality were you walking away from? So it's like you were walking away from the 2 of Swords. You were walking away from any admission. I'm hearing like an admission of guilt. So maybe you said something wrong, or you weren't saying anything. And, it's like you were hiding this from others. You were hiding this from yourself. And finally, this page came in and gave you the ability to speak about what it was that you have been so guarded about. So right now, you're in the 6 of Swords. And this is about opening your heart physically. You're trying to be open about this situation, or to yourself, or for the sake of the lovers, for the sake of love, for the sake of the heart. This could even be just like you changing a pattern that you had that was an emotional pattern. And because there are so many swords, the swords led, so it was like a verbal, a pattern of communication, a pattern of language. So you're changing a pattern of language. And you can tell it's about language, it's about verbs, I guess verbs, it's about action, it's about communicating some way. So you're learning to communicate for the sake of the lovers, which is representative of the heart. Because you want to grow and you want to build, and what are you trying to build? you're building with fire. You're trying to actually build through tearing something down or getting rid of something or burning. Like, it's like a mastering the flame, right? Like being able to, okay, that's coming back to that fire that was coming up earlier. So it has to do with the fire element in some way. Maybe you're like using burning rituals, or you could, and you know, do whatever you want with that. It's funny because these wings are bright red. So you're using this fire to carry you. It's to carry some sort of patience, some sort of acceptance. So moving towards, and if you notice that the Six of Swords is on water, so you're moving through an emotion, you're moving through the water element. You can't necessarily see everything. And again, this person's not facing us, so you might be moving through a lot that has not been revealed to others. For the sake of love, this could be internally, this could be externally, it could be with someone, it could be just alone, to build. And there's more that wants to come out about the building. So you have to build through your will. So you're trying to, by letting go of whatever this emotion was, or moving through these things, accepting these things, you want to strengthen your willpower, and it's showing up currently. So that is happening. You are being proactive because you're able to see what it is that you want to build, and whatever it is that you're building has to do with fire. So it could be a passion. What is it that they're building? Okay, you're trying to build, I actually heard a home, like a future, a home. And there are 4 flowers showing up here. So it's like, I'm seeing this as a portrait of a family. It's like this is someone who's trying to build a home, or they're changing the way that they feel about the home that they want, the life that they want. And this Sun card, this is showing up as a child. This could be something you're considering, maybe having children. Yeah. Because this Knight is looking at this child. And that is where you recognize now that this is where you'll find this abundance of love. So this might have been what has been hidden. Maybe you were hiding a love. There's a lot of water. And let's go to the Magician. So this is the crown. This is the highest self. The Magician is the highest form of the self, of the soul, in this incarnation, in this reality. So what is the translate? What is the not translate? The relationship between this present and future. The Star. So there could be some. Okay, the Star card for me has a very specific meaning. There may be, or there may have been, an event that was deeply divine in some way. Sort of like when you lose someone who's close to you through death, through grief, through sickness. But it's an event that shakes the way that you kind of function as a person. It's like a soul. How would you say that? It's an experience of the soul. And maybe it's like your soul is ready for this. You didn't see this before, and now you're seeing this Ten of Pentacles. So you're seeing the reality that you want in this life, and you're trying to figure out this is current, so you're actively moving towards creating this home, this life, and this could be a new family even. And you realize that you have to do whatever this burning is, see these flames, in order to create this comfort, in order to be this provider, in order to step up. You see all these animals around this person. You're able to the King of Pentacles is the king of all earthly desires, right? So you have command of all earthly desires. So the cards that are showing right now are the Two of Swords you have basically let yourself open through acknowledging some sort of emotion, some sort of love that you want, and you're going to be able to realize that because you have a mastery of these elements that you've been working towards. But there was something that was highlighted about the fire element at the beginning. So let me I'm actually going to shuffle this. And what is this that needs to be seen about this fire element? It's like an imbalance of this element. Yeah, see, there's an imbalance of this element. And what should they do to balance this? Okay, so you have to use your wisdom. The High Priestess's wisdom. It shows up in the crown. It's the masculine force. So you could even get advice from some sort of male figure, like a male mentor. Or you can just ask for some sort of guidance. It looks like this might be okay. there was some sort of loss or some sort of losing communication with someone who maybe was this father figure or like some sort of male. This is, as I pulled it though, it's showing up on the female side. So, and the Ace of Pentacles is showing up on the male side. So maybe okay, in place of knowledge, which is the High Priestess, you have Pentacles. So you were able to buy some sort of knowledge, or you thought you could buy it. And maybe that's why you have this imbalance. But the imbalance is, it's in the solar plexus. The strength is the solar plexus, and this is about communication. So what do they have to do? Okay, again. So earlier I did actually a 12 card spread, a house spread for Pisces, and this specific card came up in the 4th house. So there was some sort of loss of communication in this house, or in your home, or with someone in your home, maybe a male figure in your home, and it affected your courage, it affected the solar plexus directly. And the strength card shows up on the female side. So in order to balance this fire element, what do they need to? You basically just have to allow the end, allow this to be an ending. And see what it is that you learned something from a fallout. So you had some sort of fallout with, or maybe you've always had this blockage of like communication in the home about, related to a male, related to knowledge that you were trying to get from a male, but you couldn't ever get that knowledge. All you had were pentacles. All you had was like, it's like you might have had a lot of resources given to you, but you didn't have the information given to you, right? So it's kind of like, what good is the money if you have, you know, nothing behind it, right? There's no way to use it. There's no use for it. So that's created this imbalance in the fire element in your own body, in your life, in your mind, right? Okay. And what is it that you do not see? And let's see, what does Pisces not see? There's you're not quite sure how it is that you're going to be able to get this 10 of Pentacles, but it's what you want. And again, these two come up on each other, so you're having to address the fire for some reason. Okay, now we're going to pull an 8, or hello, 8. A 12 house spread. So in your first house, you're looking back. You have the 9 of Wands, you're looking back. You're a little bit tired, you're a little bit exhausted. You're looking at, you're thinking, God, I've experienced a lot related to faith, is what I'm hearing. And it's like you're just waiting. Probably to move out of the second house, which is the Five of Pentacles. You're waiting for this shift to happen. This shift in how you were feeling, this shift in the moon in your third house of communication, your shift in the way that you think about the mind, the way that you think about the things that you speak about. And in the home, you have the World. So you're trying to find this stability of elements. And it looks like you've been spending a lot of time, okay, this purple, you've been spending time at home, like working on understanding each part of the self. In the fifth house, you've created something that you're actually assessing, like a project or something creative, like, I don't know, like I want to say a song, like something you've made, you're kind of looking at it and you feel good about it. And there's a lot of fertility here. If you see this valley, there's a valley beneath them. And this person's always also looking at the world, so they're looking at their home. They're looking at the world. He's looking behind him to the fourth house. So you might be trying to understand how the home impacts what it is that you create. In the sixth house, you're being given some sort of, maybe it's like something in the body is aligned, like maybe you feel strong, but it's actually also related to the first house in some way. So it could be like it's almost like you're working with your body to get something, like you're trying to use your body as a tool, as a guide, for the sake of spiritual anything. Your seventh house, you're moving away from some sort of partnership, or because this is related to the home so much, you're moving away. It could be even with the self, but usually it's like others, people you work with. You're moving towards something. And you're using the eighth house, so you're using the things that you know about the eighth house to create. You're using that to strengthen your home. And your ninth house is showing up as it seems like there's some sense of like peace in the ninth house, like it's almost like being recognized for what it is that you know. And it's like in the eighth house, it's almost like they're looking at the ninth house, they're looking up. And again, there's this music. This person is actually using the voice. So maybe you're speaking about what it is that you know, or you're teaching in some way. And the 10th house is showing that you're working. You have the 8 of Pentacles. So whatever it is, you're working hard. It could be related to, it looks like, again, it's related to the home, obviously. Your 11th house, you have the 5 of Swords. So you had a falling out. Again, this is related to the cards we just pulled. Whatever falling out it was that you had with someone, maybe they were in your home. It could have been just like friends, even people you work with, but probably someone you lived with. I'm actually seeing that you might not have been so nice, but you had to be that way. And the 12th house of Pisces, the natural house of Pisces, has the 10 of Wands. So it's like the end of a marathon. It's like the end of something really burdensome but essential. And what's the state of the soul? The state of the soul right now is at a 9 of Pentacles. So in this richness, this it's obviously feminine. This could be, maybe this could actually be someone that, let's see what that is. Hello. So this is the state of the soul. You're focused on this person. There's maybe someone that you're thinking about because it's been so much related to the home for some reason, and fire, like fire in the home, or getting rid of that. You can see this person is reaching their hand out to grab this chalice, and that's showing up on the right side. It's the masculine side, so it's basically showing that, okay. So the desire of the soul is a union of some sort, and right now you're preparing for that. And on the feminine side, you have the 7 of Pentacles. It's like planning. It's like actually writing things out. Writing, and because it's Pentacles, it's like figuring out. It's almost like balancing a budget. Okay. Now I'm going to do some channeling, if that wants to be the case. That would like to, okay. There were 2 people and their names were Mary and Susan, and there was some sort of reversal of fortune, like there was it was related to like a friendship, a childhood friendship, or it seems like they might have been sisters. Someone passed away and now you're trying to figure out what to do with these resources that were left. And yep, you guys are trying to, you're basically seeking legal advice for how to handle these resources or the division of them. There's someone who is currently in law school. This came up before too. And I don't know why. We were working with like medical law. Okay. This person that's in law school is having a lot of issues with everyone that they're studying with. And it could be teachers. It seems like it's teachers too. It just seems like it's a heavy time to be in this space, probably because of everything happening. But you see this right underneath these wings. For some reason this is being shown as like a medical serpent. It's like I don't think you're supposed to be in law. You're probably supposed to be in medicine, whoever this is. I'm seeing a Mike, I'm seeing an A, like some sort of Antonio or Andrea, Andreas. Someone with an A and someone B, C. Okay. And then we'll do 3 piles. So this is the first pile, second pile, third pile. Okay, so the third pile is showing up as the Page of Cups. The second pile is the 5 of Swords. And the first pile is the Knight of Swords. So I wanted to say Knight of Wands. So in the first pile, there's a significance of butterflies because these are being highlighted around this horse's neck. This is about someone who's trying to, this is someone who wants to be with a person that they might have deceived. You seem pretty young, like you seem like you might be in your early 20s. It's a male, that's for sure. And so maybe you need to like gift someone something with butterflies. The second pile is showing up, the clouds are being highlighted, this gray. And I'm hearing this like buzzing sound. So I'm actually feeling like this was someone in the military or in a place where there might be like a lot of, like there might be war. because it's so loud and the smoke is, you know, showing up. Like, whoever it is that's coming through here is this person that's actually in the background. So you're not, whatever it is that you're doing, you should stay where you are, because you're doing a good job of kind of being right in the middle, kind of just not really being seen. So you want your attention, you don't want any attention, and the attention is on these two people, it's not on this back person. So it could just be that this could just be metaphor, basically, telling you to stay out of whatever it is that is so loud. Just stay out of this, but also be close enough so that you can hear what's going on, so you know what's going on. And then the third pile, we have the Page of Cups. This is someone who is feeling like they have fallen in love, maybe for the first time. Feels very new, and it seems like it's a male. And this person is finally like able to be feminine, and it's been really healing. So congrats. And we'll just pull one more card. So what's the last and final message? Okay, so back to this looking at the world. Kind of like with a smile. So this is about creating the world that you want and reflecting on what it is that you've done and what it is you can build. Okay, Pisces, thank you so much.